we talked a lot about Assassin's Creed Shadows in the lead up to its release, the controversy, the delays, all these things. And even Ubisoft admitted it. It's like Assassin's Creed needs to be basically the biggest thing we've ever had. Otherwise, we as a company, we're kind of fucked. Well, we got the most recent quarterly earnings report, Jay. Spoiler alert. Ain't good for Ubisoft.
Sucks.
And we saw just a week after the launch, we saw the massive acquisition by Tencent. They bought up like 25% of Ubisoft. They're going to split into a different entity with some of their things. They desperately needed a cash infusion because this company, quite frankly, is failing. And now that we have the quarterly earnings report, as you can see by the headline, Assassin's Creed Shadows is no savior for struggling Ubisoft. A bumper release for the latest Assassin's Creed installment did not save French video games giant Ubisoft from falling back into the red in its 2024 to 2025 financial year, the company said on Wednesday. And yeah, the stock price plunged after these earnings reports came out.
$2.
I think they lost around $95 million. They were down about 20% from the previous quarter. And just like we've seen so often with everything, they didn't give us a number in terms of sales for Assassin's Creed Shadows. They just said, we're really happy with the performance, guys. We promise. By the way, here's a report that says we lost fucking tens of millions of dollars, and it does not look good going forward in the future. And you can see whether it's whatever country you're in, had a pretty rough
an Indian guy commercial? Sorry. What is that? All right, sorry.
Explaining why Ubisoft stock price falls, despite them saying Assassin's Creed Shadows was a success. That's probably what that is about. But as you can see in US dollars here, Ubisoft Entertainment ADR, that fell about 15%. Over there in Europe, that fell about 15% as well. It just fell off an absolute cliff. And if we look, let's just look at the 5-year point. Look at the 5-year point for Ubisoft. And this is just the reality. Assassin's Creed Shadows, as much as they tried to make it out and using the player count instead of actual copies sold and trying to make all the comparisons they can, despite launching this on Steam, which we didn't have for some of these other games, not enough. It wasn't the hit that they desperately needed it to be. And this is Ubisoft. And they basically told everybody, I don't expect much better throughout the end of the year. That's why they needed the money from Tencent. That's why they needed a bailout. And that's why this company is still absolutely in dire straits.
Their stock prices in 2021 were over $20. Now it's $2. That is crazy. Do not buy that stock. What are they going to do? Like sell? Like you can't get much lower than that.
No, they already have sold about 25%.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a lot more.
I think when it's all said and done over the next couple of years, I think Tencent's going to own a controlling interest in this. That's what I think.
Eventually, they're going to end up selling it, and someone's just going to buy it for their name and just put that company to bed.
Yeah, there's a company that's lost 86% of its value in the last 5 years.
That is horrific, man. Horrific. And to think, honestly, all they really needed was like one, maybe two really good games to kind of like put the bar graph in the right direction. But
Skull and Bones is a huge loss for them,
Should have made a good game. It's like, I don't know who they got over there running their company, but they should have made a decent game. It's just, you make a bad game, no one buys. That's imagine how that works.
Star Wars Outlaws was a disappointment as well for them.
You mean all the Star Wars fans out there didn't buy Star Wars Outlaws? Guess not. They're coming out with a new, I don't know, DLC for that game. Who knows? You mean Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't put him over the top? That's too bad, man. That used to be the company, but I guess not anymore. Off they go.